Welcome to the One Cup In podcast. I am your host, Memorial Day Shotty.
Yeah.
It is Memorial Weekend. You hear
Yeah.
me? And everybody that work for the government, or everybody that's not working because of this pandemic, y'all off. Except me, because my job asked me to come in Monday, so I'm gonna be there. Oh, and Shaquin, my job asked her to come in. And you.
Essential.
So you gonna be there. You off, so shut up.
I'm not off.
You just said you switched with somebody who was off.
Oh, you not off.
But not for the weekend.
This is the nigga I usually work on Mondays by myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is you, me, and him usually.
I ain't off for the weekend. I'm off for the day. But
That's what
nobody
we talking
does
about. We
nothing
talking
on
about
the
Memorial Day.
day.
We talking about Memorial Day.
The weekend is will be popping. The day is when everybody go back home.
Why you took the Monday off then?
Because somebody did a favor for me and I returned the favor. And plus, I didn't mind being off on
Camo Carter here. COVID covers. Hit me up.
Get
$8
your COVID
a pop. You hear
covers.
me?
$8 a pop. That's a finesse.
Shout out. So Sassy Sips. Can't miss it. Can't forget it.
That's a Fendi. That's a Fendi.
The big joints we never showed before.
Big
Oh,
boy.
yeah. How many ounces?
30
You
ounces.
hear me? You can see the comparison right here.
This is a comparison if I put my. Alright.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
so
got one more
They
edition.
$35 for these, you hear me? $35 for these.
Instagram page is
So Sassy Sips. That's a
We
fact.
got one more edition. We got Bees by Shebri, you hear me?
Oh yeah,
Dope.
get that in there. Get that in
I
there.
got one on.
Oh yeah,
She lacing everybody with the
fucking
bees.
Black Panther, Black African
Yeah.
power shit.
Instagram A.Shebri. You
Spell
hear
it.
me? A.Shebri.
Make sure you put it in your clip for the week.
Oh, that's a fact.
Right,
That's a
yeah.
fact. You hear me?
You gotta
She
put
lacing
clip
shit. $8 a
This
bando.
nigga don't never put a clip up.
We all for black businesses here, man. I know it might be like, oh, they shouting out everybody.
Nigga
Mama,
spamming
fuck
the
it,
ad.
we about black businesses.
I'm about to start
And
charging
it's our people.
motherfuckers. Well, I can't charge
Fuck
Quinn
it.
because we use the house.
We can't
Fuck, she could charge
judge
us.
your girl because we get drunk off of shit.
Yes.
We can judge her.
Damn, Shebri.
Yeah, we
We can charge
It's a fact. Shh. Give it a 7. I told her 8.
Yeah, we gonna take the shave it off the top. Want that snowball, no top.
Dope.
So
See, Mike.
oh yeah, y'all introduce yourself. We skipped the intro.
I did mine. You did yours, I did mine.
You did yours?
Camel
Oh.
Carter. So they cover.
It's your boy Ant, man. I'm here. What could I say?
49 and him, man. I heard we went to the Super Bowl. I
Y'all
don't
lost.
remember.
That's Carter Run on the front of that.
Yeah.
You know the last name that get drafted in the draft? What the name is? Mr.
Irrelevant.
Mr. Irrelevant.
He's Mr. Replaceable. I want you to know that you are replaceable. I need you to stay awake. I need you to be
Stay
involved in
awake.
every topic.
Coherent.
Not too coherent. That's a good ass fucking word, bitch.
Oh, shit.
Somebody used their vocab words, huh?
Vocabulary.
I like the fact
I like how that sounds.
Nah, that shit ass really.
It is.
But I'm
Fuck what
just
he
glad
talking
that you
about.
I don't know.
expanding yourself.
There's not many words that Pete I could describe him with besides pussy. So,
You talking about me or him? Because I think it suits both. But I'm just trying to
Misery
figure
loves
it out.
company, boy. You stay in St. Louis? Misery, Missouri,
Loves
whatever.
I
Alright,
like
so
the word they use, though.
know what we're gonna talk about? Music.
Yeah.
Know what we're
Topics
gonna
are right.
drop the
gonna,
album. Know what we're gonna talk about.
We started
You didn't
off-
even see that.
I thought we started on Memorial Day.
We talked about Memorial Weekend already. Catch up, man. You say you working, right?
Okay. I thought we was gonna go a little further.
Raheem's gonna eat a foot long. You're gonna work. That pretty much sums up Memorial Weekend. You know what I mean? Like that's what we gonna do.
Man.
I gotta work, so fuck. I can't. I don't.
You don't want to talk about it?
No, fuck no. What
Bitch,
we
I gotta
talk
work
about?
too.
On that
Hey.
foot long.
No.
yeah, that's about right.
Bitch, don't call me when you're bored on your route.
Hey,
I might.
bitch, you better bring our titles in there, too.
I'm gonna answer, and I'm stupid because I'm gonna answer because you never answer for me when I'm bored.
I know you dropped off
You don't
some
call me
titles
when
in
you
your
bored at work.
day.
You used to. That
Times
bitch used
have
to call me
changed.
every week, every Saturday.
I get paid more now. I gotta do more.
Hey, I'm a peasant. I'm a peasant in the paid department.
I didn't
Say that 5 times fast. Shit. So
I
Gunna,
did it in my head. Though. Oh, yeah.
did you get Gunna album? You ain't get a chance to
Well,
listen?
you know all this
What's the name
album
of it?
soon as
What's the
they
name?
drop. I leave that up to y'all.
That's true. Did you hear
So
it?
I can shit on the back.
I listened to some of it. I won't lie and say I listened to the whole thing. I didn't.
Or you listen to some of it?
Nope.
Some of it.
I heard
I
a
want to give
couple
y'all a
songs.
title.
I ain't gonna lie. Keep it funky though.
Oh.
I didn't know Gunna dropped the album.
It's called one.
That's
Got
what
that
alright.
one. It's not. It wasn't much. You see it? Yeah.
How many songs on it? That nigga
Didn't
said
have a
that
reason.
like he didn't like the amount.
It probably
It's a
was
lot.
32.
It's a lot.
18.
18. That's only 50 minutes though, so it's not bad.
Ah.
You got Young Thug on there, Lil Baby on there, Roddy Rich, you got
Travis Scott.
Travis Scott.
Travis Scott,
Alright.
yeah. So
If you don't got Travis Scott on your album
you
this
got
year,
some good
you suck.
pieces. You got some good
Unless you an R&B artist.
yeah, and the Travis Scott song is fire.
You know, everybody got Travis Scott on this shit. Man.
I'm saying.
I fuck with Gunna. Shout out to QC, you know, Coach K and them.
Yeah, they doing their thing, man.
Yeah,
I
they
salute to
doing
them
their thing.
dudes, man.
Oh, it's a good album. I mean, relative to the type of music Gunna make, you know, you make music for a demographic a little younger than me.
Yeah, it's a quiet taste,
So,
definitely.
but it's pretty good though. It's pretty good. I could definitely tolerate it.
I know you
And-
got some catchy shit.
And there's songs, yeah, there's some songs I really, really like on there. So, you know, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. And nothing else really dropped for us album wise. You know, there was a couple people that dropped singles and shit.
So what you trying to say? He gonna be number one?
He probably is already.
Yeah,
he
he
probably
probably
checked number one albums this week.
Probably is.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I be seeing you sneaky ass niggas doing that too, trying to pick the week when nobody drops and your shit could be number one. I'm on to that shit.
Smart,
It is definitely
Smart.
smart.
I'm gonna do it too when I drop my album.
smart. Because once you go number one,
That's all you need.
You're
That's
forever
leverage.
one album.
you'll forever have a number one album. Nobody will be able to take that away from you.
You'll forever have leverage. You
Yep.
Get your bread.
Yep, that's for
Not
sure.
mad at that.
Tiana Taylor dropped a song. I think it's called "Bear with Me."
Oh, word.
Dope, super
Fire.
dope song. Super
Tiana
dope.
always dropping some heat.
Her
man.
album is coming out next month, from what I heard, and I'm expecting that bitch to be fire. Bro.
Quick question. You know who Tiana with right now?
She's still good music.
Oh, all
She's
right.
still good music. I don't know if Kanye have a direct hand in, you know, her affiliation. I know she run a lot of shit through Pusha since he the president.
I know she ain't like the way Kanye handled her last album.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
a big deal.
She might,
That was a big deal because a lot of her songs on the last album that she had sampled
he had like
on
redid it or
IG,
some
yeah, he
shit, like,
redid
without
them.
her knowing, right?
He redid them.
And then dropped it.
He
and
took
then
dropped
dropped
it without
She
her.
was surprised when it got dropped, right?
Yeah.
Like somebody told her album
Real
dropped.
surprise.
Yeah, yeah, your
Yeah,
album
somebody-
dropped.
some people called her.
That's
And-
crazy.
He dropped it like a week before she was supposed to.
And some of the shit was different. Like,
Yeah.
Then she re-released it like a few weeks later.
Yeah.
With some songs changed and some
And she
added.
added some verses and shit to
Yeah.
some shit.
Y'all heard the rumors about her being pregnant?
Oh, really?
No.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she had went on. I think it was her live and her baby. What the baby name is that she was talking about? Is it June? June was like, "Let me kiss that baby" in the background. You know? And Tiana, her eyes got
I'm
baby.
gonna
She
keep
was
it
like,
funky.
Oh, for real?
Like,
crazy.
She still put it up though?
It was IG live. Like
Oh,
she was
yeah,
she was
live.
live.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were screen
hey,
recording.
I know the popular thing for relationship goals is like
thought it
Hov
was
and
funny.
B and shit, but like Iman and Tiana, like I like how they vibe with each other.
Did you watch this show?
I think that's a good couple. No, I
The
didn't
show
watch-
was
I'm
funny.
not really into the reality.
The show was
shows.
funny
I
as
said,
hell.
so check this show out.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was funny as
if
hell.
you like the way they vibe, though, I
Right.
think you should check it
Right,
out.
but you know, I love Tiana and Iman. You know, he played for my team a while back and
you be
shit.
talking bad about him, man, but I'm gonna let you cook though.
No, but at the end of the day, I was rooting for him. No,
Nigga say, I'ma
you
sit
know how a
back-
nigga be on your team and you root for him to be
Nigga say-
good, but when they leave,
Girl,
you
I'ma
be like,
I'm gonna sit back and sip this drink.
you little motherfucker. Like, I knew your weaknesses. Like, that type of deal. You hear me? But I never hated on him. I always wanted him to be good. You hear me? But I just like Iman personality, though, above, like, the
I like
basketball
both their
game.
personalities.
You hear me? Yeah.
It's out there. They are made for reality TV.
I can see
They are
that.
made for that shit.
I can see that. But yeah,
It's real funny, though.
fuck him as a basketball player, but him as a person, like, how he
I can see that
is.
shit without LeBron.
Yeah, he cool. He cool.
Yeah, he couldn't hit the corner three without LeBron.
Fuck, he couldn't hit that bitch well.
And we would have played a snippet of the song so y'all could have heard. But
Fuck you too.
YouTube just be, man,
Yeah.
YouTube be extra, man. And I
I
don't
would put
even
him
feel
like
like,
a DJ and cut that shit in.
I don't even feel like fighting with them. And
Yeah.
not even to, because I didn't even have this as a topic, but I just thought about it when I was saying fuck YouTube. Instagram is cracking down on people playing music. I don't know if you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard off another podcast.
You think it's because of that versus shit?
It's just a lot of that's probably where it stemmed from, but they don't want even regular like people playing music because I guess a lot of those companies are cracking down on them.
Right.
Because they feel like that streams that they're not getting the
they
credit
play it
for.
on.
Because think about it. If a DJ play a song and 100,000 people listening to the song vibing out, that's 100,000 streams they feel like they're missing on.
Missing on DSPs.
That's
You
a
see what
lot
I'm
of
saying?
money to them.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But I wonder, like, this way it get tricky at because maybe they don't. I mean, I understand where they're coming from, but it's like, well, maybe they listening to it because of this person. Because from what I understand is like, if say a DJ is like wherever he at playing a song, he already got a pass to play that song anyway because he's a DJ. And most DJs have that. Like, that's when Manny Fresh go on his little DJ rant. I mean, spurts and shit.
Those type of people, but most people don't. People that's going to.
Oh, well, when you say that, I'm expecting you talking about those type.
I'm talking about everybody.
Well, you know what I thought of? Like, even though they cracked it on Instagram, like you said,
Yeah.
I thought about it. I was like, man, I understand why they did it. But I'm like, if you really think about it, like really, really closely, it's like with these versus battles and everything, it's kind of like free advertising. Like, you go back and listen to all these old songs, you might go on DSPs and then go back and listen to Nelly.
This is the question. Where are these people
You know
playing?
what I'm saying? Like,
Where they playing these songs from?
it's not like you going back to the
Like when they
live
do
listen to
the
'em.
like the versus battles and the
Where they
DJs
playing
and all
them
that.
from
Where they
hard
playing the
drive?
songs from?
Yeah, a lot of
the
people playing
computers.
is off hard drive.
All day hard drive.
Yeah, they got that shit saved
Okay,
on hard
okay,
drive. Yeah.
okay.
So I'm saying they not getting nothing from
the IG live part.
right.
But I feel like, I mean, a lot of people gonna go back and be like, man, I remember this was my joint. They might play.
And I don't feel like
that's me looking from the outside.
And
In.
Instagram
You
don't
want to
pick
give you a prime example of that though? You heard that Nelly and Luda battle. How many of them
Right.
songs you went listen to on the DSP after that?
No.
Exactly. That should be good for the moment.
I'm not gonna lie. I
Remember that
went back
shit be good
to a
for the
couple
moment.
of them.
Oh, all
I
right.
went back to a
Well, I
couple.
did. I know I personally didn't.
I
I heard it.
I ain't gonna lie. It was 40
I get what
songs.
you're
I went
saying.
to like 3-4.
I get what you're saying.
Damn.
But, and I also feel
But
like,
yeah, I see what you're saying.
I know I did, but maybe somebody did. And at the same time, before it got played, I don't think niggas was going back listening to him anyway.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I agree wholeheartedly. So you feel like at least if they play it,
Because Nelly and Luda not popping like that.
You know when they be like, any publicity is good
good
publicity.
publicity. Do you think that's true? That's a whole different conversation.
I
but-
think it is.
Depends on who you are. Depends on how
I'm
much
not
you
even gonna say that
care.
because that's too broad of a opinion. But I'm saying like,
I agree with that.
I
Not
wasn't.
anything.
I can honestly say like
There's some
I
shit
wasn't
I
going
thought
back
about
to listen
Yeah,
to
because
none
R.
of
Kelly
Nelly
name
and
was
Luda
ringing
shit
for
before the
that
verse.
sexual assault shit. And that shit
Even
wasn't
after the
good.
verses, I wasn't going back to listen to Nelly and Luda old shit. But I think there might be some people that
Like I said, I did. I went back and listened
some
to.
people.
I'm more than sure.
I went back and listened to Dilemma. I went back and listened to EI because that shit really was out of sight, out of mind for me.
But was it because you missed the versus battle though? That means you go listen to.
No,
'cause had
because
you-
if that was the case, I could have just went back and listened to the versus battle. I didn't do that. I looked at the list and I just tried to see what songs that would have sparked something. I was
But do you think had you heard the versus battle? Cause see, we heard the versus battle, so we looked at the list,
Right.
but we had just heard the songs,
Right.
so we didn't go back and listen to it. So do you think it's because you missed the versus battle and you saw the list that made you go back and listen to it?
maybe.
Had you caught it
Maybe.
on the versus battle, you probably would have been like,
Yeah, because you would remember
You-
the song.
yeah, you
'Cause
would've heard
I
it.
heard some of it. And I was
fresh,
like,
yeah,
yeah,
probably.
boom, boom,
But
boom.
a lot of those
Further
songs
behind
did
a
take me
little
back
bit.
to a different place. Like when I watched those songs, I mean, when I looked at the track list, and
made
I
you wanna
saw,
go
and I was
back.
like, damn man, because like that Nellyville album, my auntie bought me the album for my birthday, and that was the first Nelly album I really listened to, and that's why that's my
before Country Grammar.
yeah, like I'm talking about like I own like
No,
Country
that you
Grammar.
listened to, that you really had,
yeah, and that shit really took me to like, damn. I remember when I got that album and that song was on there before it was a single because
I can see you.
Dilemma
young.
wasn't his first single.
You was young, black, headband, band-aid.
No, I was poor. I couldn't
T-shirt
get all that.
on.
I couldn't get all that.
You didn't have a T-shirt?
Oh yeah, I had a T-shirt.
You had a headband,
Not mine.
band-aid.
No.
Looking
Fuck
stupid.
No, I ain't having that.
It's free to look stupid. It ain't cost you nothing. It ain't cost you nothing to look stupid.
Nah, but real shit though. Nah, but real shit. I see what you're saying though, and I see why
Yeah.
Instagram cracking out probably because the DSP's
Yeah,
cracking out.
I understand it.
Yeah,
Let me
I
give you
understand.
a weird point though. Like you asked me like when they did it, did I go back and listen to it? And I said obviously no, right? So it didn't benefit the people that they played on Instagram. But with this versus going on further and further, you start thinking about people that's gonna battle. Like, I've been going listen to people I think should battle each other, and going back and listening to the future people that didn't do it already.
Trying to see if
that's crazy though, right?
It's a good match.
Like the people that happen, I ain't listening
No.
to, but the people I'm thinking of should battle.
Yeah.
That's the people I go back and like, what song
Damn,
they
so
got?
you've been doing not even homework because they haven't been assigned yet. So you've
I
been
think
pre-homework.
it's the
The mystique of
of knowing who's gonna battle next, and
Right.
maybe like this person should battle this person. Let me see what they got.
So have you been going?
trying to see if it match up?
Yeah,
Have you been
right.
going listen to stuff ahead of time? Like
ahead of time
when
more
battle
than
get-
after the fact?
Damn.
What about when listen, like once it's been announced, do you go and
No.
preview it then? Or you
No.
I'll wait.
You mean without knowing nothing?
Without
at
knowing
all?
nothing like who I think should battle.
Yeah.
I think we all feel like who should be this A versus B.
Yeah,
Like that's the excitement right now.
because you heard about the
Once you get who it is, it's like
you heard
okay.
about the DMX and Eminem rumor?
I heard
Yeah.
about that. And then I heard it was DMX and somebody else. I heard too. Who was DMX and somebody?
I heard DMX Eminem. That's all I heard.
Yeah, I heard Jim
Yeah,
Max
I
and
heard DMX and
Snoop.
somebody else. I can't remember what the fuck it was.
Snoop called out somebody, but I can't remember who.
But like once I heard them say the 112 and the
And
Jagged
Jagged
Edge,
Edge?
I didn't go
Yeah.
listen to it.
I know Beanie Man and somebody had it today.
Beanie Man and
Bounty
Bounty Killer.
Yeah, they had it tonight.
I don't even know who Bounty Killer is.
Yeah, I'm not the dancehall nigga. You know what I mean? I know how to find the river. or
I think
whatever.
people like putting their own matches together and figuring it out more than when it's told to them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because they got a couple of them that I feel like should have went down that.
How do y'all feel about Jagged Edge and 112 though? Since
That's
we mentioned it,
that's I feel like that was a good matchup because they was the two groups
Boy.
at
and
one
they
time.
had animosity between.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know.
They had smoke.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Both
But
from
they're
Atlanta.
both from
around
Atlanta
the
though, and they
same time.
yeah.
It's gonna be smoke. I
One
don't
with
give a damn.
one,
It's gonna be
and they
smoke.
both was two super producers, super big labels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
emotionally attached to 112.
I'm emotionally attached to both.
And I'm not mad if nobody say Jagged Edge. Like, I'm just
I love you.
emotionally attached to 112.
112 smoking it.
Boy.
I'm saying I just like heartbreak.
I like Heartbreak too. I look.
Ain't
Listen,
that beating
I'm an
pictures
R&B
and cream.
nigga. Like I fuck with them both.
See that walk right out of heaven? Oh, that was my shit.
You see Slim?
Man, I love Promise.
Bitch, you see Slim?
That's the difference, bro.
Hey, look.
Slim is the difference between them two.
Peaches
Jagged
and
Edge don't have a
Slim?
Slim,
And Slim not even the best singer in the group.
I don't
but
know.
he has the most distinct voice in the
Yeah.
Yeah, he do.
out of both groups.
Yeah.
he has the most recognizable.
He's the most
voice.
recognizable person out of
You know what
all
I'm saying?
the people in
If
the group.
all
I mean, so,
8 of
I
them
mean,
sing,
it's a-
if all 8 of
that's
them
one
sing,
side, though.
That's not reasoning.
if all 8 of them sing, you probably can't pick out none of them dudes but Slim.
Can't nobody tell me no, I'm so fly.
He don't sound like
That was
that.
after 112.
Bitch,
Listen,
when he start snapping them fingers
I
in that
definitely be able to
bitch,
pick you
I
out.
lost my shit.
I definitely be able to figure out that's that motherfucker Raheem.
Hey, but hey, you got.
Hey,
hey,
but when tell me when Slim start snapping them fucking fingers in the beats.
But hey, they
different
all
nigga,
they both got some super.
I'm not
They
the
got
best
some
actor.
shit, boy.
Yeah, they
I'm
both
just
got-
emotionally attached to 112. And then them
I
being
understand
attached to
that.
Bad Boy. And then
Biggie.
being
Yeah.
in Mary J.
Cause Sky's the
and-
limit,
and-
one of my joints.
Like, it's just like, damn.
Sky's the
I'm
limit
sorry.
with Biggie.
112 got Mace Records. They got big records.
That's true.
Mary J. Records.
Mary J Records. Their own records.
Mace Records.
I said Mace first.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
They got some
You
some
said
genuine shit
He
too.
said Mace Big.
They got some
Mary J.
genuine shit
Big,
too,
Big,
boy.
Mary J. It's somebody.
That's a
else
tough
I'm
three.
forgetting about,
Hey, I'm
mean,
not gonna
aside
lie.
from
I'm not about to
the
sit up
own
here and act like I know all Jagged Edge features and shit, but I know Jagged
think
Edge
that's
got
what-
Oh, they got some
Uh,
shit.
but
It's gonna be
shit.
good.
I'm just attached to 90s
They
hip hop
getting
in the
cleaned
East.
up, bro.
Huh?
They getting cleaned up. I put money on it. They
I
getting cleaned up.
don't know, bro.
They and when I say cleaned up, I don't mean they're gonna lose bad. I mean
We're gonna lose 9 or 10.
So what y'all think?
112 got more joints, bro. They do. I'm just telling you.
They might. I don't know.
I
bro.
do this.
Like I would have to go back. Like I didn't go back, but I know Jagged Edge.
That
got
might be one of the
some
battles
shit.
where I will go to a DSP and have to hear what Jagged Edge has. Because I feel like 112
Let me make it
No.
easy. I can make it easy.
They
for you.
both got
Apple
some
Music
shit.
make it easy for. I'm sure it's on Tidal too. Go to the best of both. Go to the best of both.
I feel like-
Where they
You know what
pull
Tidal
both of
been
their
doing?
best material.
Apple been doing the best of everybody, huh?
Yeah.
With this verse shit. Tyler been doing
The head
the verses.
battle.
And
Yeah.
they put them all in the playlist.
Verses.
It's right there like.
But it's
Bonnie Killer
after-
and Boo.
it's after the fact,
It's
yeah.
after.
So
I think that's probably be a little better
That's
because you
what
can
I'm gonna go to
actually hit a battle.
yeah, after for sure. For sure.
I mean, both are good, but the battle shit is probably. A little
How y'all feel this verse?
the best of shit just good for before the battle. So
Right.
you get the remember what a nigga got.
Yeah, right.
But afterwards, it's good because now you get to hear exactly what they
You in
matched.
the
Because they don't
Because-
necessarily, they not gonna necessarily play the
That's what
shit
I'm
that was
saying.
on the best.
A lot of times, it ain't even about who got the better songs. It's about who lineup is the best.
Right.
Like if they out strategize you, they can
They
beat
can
you,
beat you, right.
without with having less records.
Because like you could have more joints than somebody, better joints or bigger joints, but if they put them in the right order and you don't,
I got a question for y'all. How y'all feel this versus shit gonna carry on after this pandemic's over?
I think it's gonna be a thing.
Swiss is partnered up with this female, I don't know her name, and they're really trying to make something out of it. Like
Him and Tim.
even after this.
Him and
I
Tim
ain't trying
too.
to do it in person though, right?
They're trying to do like live battles.
Yeah, like
Oh,
in
yeah.
person, like concerts, right?
But like Swiss and Tim, like that's all.
It's a woman involved with it too, though.
Yeah,
don't know
I
her
mean,
name,
yeah,
and
but,
I
you
wish
know,
I did.
I
'Cause
know
don't
her
wanna
name,
leave
but
out. I don't
I'm
want to leave
blanking
out
right
because
now.
she's
Yeah.
really important to the shit, and I'm mad I don't know her name. But after like when we're free, like for real, like shit done.
I think it's
how you
gonna
think it's
free.
gonna carry on?
I think it's
be
gonna
as
carry
big as
on
it is now?
because you know
Yeah,
why?
I think
This
so.
is
it
breathing
has the
Brett in a
potential
lot
to
of,
be bigger.
and
That's
this
what I'm
is
asking.
breathing Brett in a lot of artists.
You think it's big not because we stuck inside, or you think it's big because it's just big? Like when it's done, it's gonna be as big.
But that's a tough cookie
That's
to crumble.
tough.
But at the same time, in the era that we in right now, it's like
You
once
bringing
something hit,
300,000 people on
it just
Love.
hit and it just keep going. Because long as it keep going, long as it stay consistent, then I think people will continue to fuck with it. Because it's not like you gotta go somewhere
It have to.
and actually like buy tickets.
Don't get it
and all
twisted.
that
They didn't do it live. It's still
It
gonna be
have
streamed.
it have to evolve. Woman, and by evolve, I mean if you plan on making
The
it live,
production gonna have to grow.
if you plan on making it live, nobody's buying a $100 concert ticket to come see people play 20 songs back and forth. But if y'all performing almost as if it's a tour, maybe people will be interested.
Hey, but you remember the very first time that this shit happened, the versus shit happened with Tim and Swiss? Mm-hmm. That's exactly how it was. They was at a concert and they performed
The
this
beat battle
shit.
shit.
But yeah, it was a beat battle, yeah. And that's how it went. And
But that's Swiss and Tim too, though.
And it was the first one. I'm saying like.
I mean,
everything's
yeah, but I'm
done.
just saying that's where it stemmed from. And I mean, I think if it was to
Do you think it's
evolve
gonna
a
be
little
something
bit
with money?
from that and put more production behind it,
Because a lot of these people is too busy to go on. Let's be honest. Babyface and Teddy Riley, it's not going.
They're not gonna go city to city. I'm saying like.
I don't think it'll be a city to city thing. I think it'll probably be like a one time thing somewhere, and they're streaming it, and
I'm
they'll,
saying like
they'll
if
have people.
If
in
it's
the
a
city.
pay per view thing, right?
But it's not like all these people is super popping. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, most of the people, it's big people.
For us
though.
music, yeah, they big people. But like,
You just want popping in the moment.
when the last time Teddy Riley did a record that you know of? Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that.
But
I
he
ain't
ain't
not
got
to
music, just
discredit.
because he ain't got music going on, I'm sure Teddy Riley's a busy nigga.
But
He got
at the
a lot of
same
shit going
time, music is still something that he's in tune with, and he still wants to be involved with too. Like I'm saying, and it's not like he don't see no money in it based off this versus shit.
With all those points they made, I'm gonna go around the table real quick. You think it's gonna work after the pandemic over? Yes or no?
Yeah,
What it depends. If it evolves, yes. If this, no. This shit, nah.
It depends on what artist this is
Yeah, it
going
depends.
at.
It's a lot of moving parts.
It's
I just
too-
wanted your opinion. I mean,
No,
there's right
no,
or wrong.
how it is right now. No,
Right, how it is right
depending
now.
on the
but
artist.
No, I say yes,
Yes.
because the people who are involved, who actually gonna be doing the shit hands on with the shit, they know more than any of us in this room that the shit gonna have to evolve for it to be able to be lucrative, and I'm pretty sure that they
But I can't
already.
just assume that they're going to evolve it. I can't assume that.
I'm just saying, I feel like they already gonna be looking into like when this shit over, how we gonna take this shit to the next level.
Quick question.
Because based
Yeah,
on that
I feel
logic, it's a lot of people that know more shit than we know that still do shit and fail. So I can't just say because they know more than us, they're going to succeed with that shit.
No, that's just my opinion. That's just my
opinion.
opinion. I mean, of course they could crash and burn, but that's just my opinion. You know?
I ain't mad
I
at
just
that.
want-
And a little bit of hope that it does progress, and because I like it. You know what
I
I'm
think,
saying?
my opinion, I'm saying it's not gonna work, but it's gonna be good. They're gonna make good numbers. I don't think it's gonna work because I really think it's gonna be to a point where it's watered down and they're gonna run out of people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's not gonna be
another
the
thing.
big shot.
How many
factor
matchups can you really do?
You know what I'm saying? That's what I
another
think.
thing.
And you can't just run off we did this one, so let me take the nigga that won from here and just put him against. You could, but I don't think it's gonna be
They're stupid.
the big
'cause
drawing.
They
You know
ran
what I'm saying?
through a
The
lot
big
of their
drawing,
songs.
I think once we hit a song,
Yeah.
we don't want to hear them again. Against,
Yeah.
like, we haven't heard songs from her.
Right.
Alternatively, we have heard songs from her, but
Oh, I see. Depending on the artist.
maybe, like you said, they smart enough to find a way where it will work.
Right.
I like
That's
the
what
fact
I
that
hope.
during this pandemic, they found something to do that worked for us.
I don't think niggas.
But like I
care
said,
about
bro,
this,
I
think niggas will
you
look
gotta
back
think
on
about
it.
this shit too.
It was a good time.
Yeah, it was an
a good
era.
time.
Like they look back. Remember
Time.
they was doing the versus band during the pandemic.
You gotta look at it like this too, though. They got a whole bunch of artists that still tour and do shit that's 50 years old and still make money. Like, I mean, if they could do that, it's a way that they could find a way to make this shit work. In half of these songs, it's not even.
I think they got minds out there
30
smarter
years
than ours
old.
that could make it
You know
work.
what I'm
just
saying?
don't
So,
know
I
if they will.
mean, you know,
Right.
it's not impossible.
I think that.
We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
I
see.
think
We'll see.
there is a way for it to work. I just don't think niggas care about it that much to really try to figure it out.
But I don't
really
want to take
think-
nothing away from what they did.
I'm just
with
glad
what's
they
going on
came
right
up
now.
with it
Yeah.
though, during this time.
Right.
That
Like,
held
even
us-
if it don't work
held us
after
down,
this
son.
shit, yeah.
Like it or not, it held us down. That was
Right.
something that gave us something to do on weekends, and you know what I'm saying.
There's a couple more verses coming up.
Yeah.
There's one more at least.
Tip had an interview where he said he wanted to do one, whether it was Jeezy, Wayne, a few people.
Tip and
Who
Wayne
you
would be
name?
fire.
He named Jeezy, he named Wayne, and it was somebody else.
I don't
can't
think him
remember
and
who it was.
Jeezy could be
It was just
good.
an interview. Like he was just saying, like
No,
I'd
nobody
rather see
could.
him and Wayne.
Tip gonna beat the fuck out of Jeezy.
It depends though.
Ain't no
I'm just naming
depends.
people he named. He said Jeezy and Wayne. Was
Tip
two
gonna beat the fuck out of Jeezy.
It depends on how they structure this shit.
I don't
Bro.
understand what
Because
this is.
Jeezy got some work.
Yeah, but
Depending on how they
Tip
structure
got
this
too
shit.
much, huh?
Understand longer.
Tip cleaning Jeezy up, son.
He gonna beat the
In
fuck
my
out of
opinion,
Jeezy.
that's my opinion.
It depends on, like you said, it depends on how niggas structure this shit.
He have to structure it really bad for him to fucking lose that. No,
do,
Tip
son.
got mad.
Tip got
fucking
too-
hit.
I wish
much,
who
son.
the
You
third
doing
person
20?
was he named?
If we doing 20, Tip would have to structure that bitch bad.
He got to play some shit we ain't
The
never
funny
heard.
thing was, I can't remember the third person, but he said if he had the structure 20, he felt like he was gonna have a hard time with Wayne for sure. That's what
Yeah.
he said out his mouth.
That's
Who,
a
Tip?
good run.
Yeah, of
that's
course,
a good
because
run.
Wayne is
That's a good run.
Out his
really
mouth,
on his level.
It's not like
Probably
we
beyond
we
his
gassing
level.
up. That's what he said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anybody have trouble with a fucking Wayne,
20
except a
songs
nigga like,
against
not
Wayne?
like Kanye or something. Anybody.
But I
Fuck.
felt differently.
Nah, if Wayne and Kanye go, I'd probably have to take Kanye, but it's not gonna. It's still not gonna be
Kanye
easy.
against a lot of niggas.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be easy.
No, it's not
You know
gonna
what
be
I'm
easy.
saying?
Fuck
But Kanye's just
It wouldn't be
Kanye
easy
any
for
shit.
nobody against Tip. It wouldn't be easy for nobody
Fuck no.
against Tip. Ain't nobody just
I don't think
cleaning
20
Jeezy
Tip.
song?
I don't think that's a good matchup.
I don't think
No.
it's a good matchup.
That's why I said I'd rather see him against Wayne. But hey, don't get it
I have a
twisted.
hard time
We gon-
finding who Jeezy
No,
matchup
no,
is.
but no, we gonna put some respect
Ross.
on Jeezy's name though.
Ross, bro.
We
We
ain't
gonna put some
gonna
respect
say
on
Jeezy
Jeezy.
and
name.
yeah,
Ross.
yeah, Ross
That's
gonna
who
get
the
full
goat.
songs.
Jeezy has some mega records.
Yeah, Ross
And
gonna
Ross
get
too.
full songs, but
Yeah.
Tip gonna have 16 of them bitches.
I
that
said
you
Ross
ain't
and
gonna deny.
Jeezy. I'm not saying Ross and Tip. I said
Yeah.
Ross.
No, Ross and Jeezy. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Ross
a
and
way
Jeezy,
better
yeah.
matchup.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I seen someone like I seen the Jeezy and Wayne. I'm like, nah. Or the Jeezy and Tip. I'm like, nah. Then I seen
No.
Jeezy and Gucci. I'm like, Jeezy's gonna clean Gucci
Jeezy.
up.
Yeah, he gonna clean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jeezy.
Jeezy and Ross is the best
Gucci.
matchup.
Yeah, that's
But see, it.
a
If
better
we going
matchup.
strictly commercial shit, yeah, that's what all us thinking about. Now we just going off just pure catalog, and y'all just go for what y'all know. Then that's different. Because all them niggas got a lot of music.
That shit just
But
goes
see,
off
when
what
you say
artists you like
commercial
the
shit-
best at that point.
When you say the commercial shit, that's why I don't feel like T.I. gonna have a super hard day with Wayne. If you say commercial shit,
Yeah, I got.
Wayne got a lot of
I
shit.
think T.I. got more commercial shit than Wayne.
I think he do.
Well, Wayne could go from Hot Boys to like, don't forget
Commercial?
Fucking nigga, Hot Boys was like the biggest shit in the world at one point. Like you gotta remember, like Wayne
Hot Boys
got
don't have that many
different
commercial
era.
songs. Son. It's no more than 5.
Hot Boys is one of the biggest group in the world at one point.
They don't have no more than 5 big commercial songs. I understand your point.
Well,
I'm not
what I'm
saying,
saying
I'm not
is
saying it's a point where
he
me
can-
and your point came.
No, what I'm
Those
saying,
points
what I'm
not
saying
you're
is,
wrong.
you got to think about Wayne going from that to his solo shit to the Young Money shit. Like that's a lot of different eras that he could go through.
I
that
think
he could
yeah.
pan
I feel
from.
you if you count features.
That's what I'm saying.
I was personally saying like,
And
just
I wasn't even thinking about features. I was just
I'm
thinking
saying
about
them
strictly
alone
like just
for
solo.
commercial
Just
shit. I was
just
saying them
Wayne
alone
shit.
for commercial shit.
Well, Young Money shit, not just Wayne shit.
No, I'm talking about like the eras of Wayne that we see, like the Young Money shit, like the shit when he got into his super commercial
Yeah.
shit.
That's
Like-
what I'm saying.
like
I'm
truffle
not,
butter.
I'm not
and
saying Hot
all
Boys.
that
I'm
kinda
saying
crazy
Wayne
shit.
and tip commercial shit. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I
got
feel you.
Tip. Just doing commercial shit from both of them.
Not counting Hot
Now,
Boys.
if you
the
count,
group. I'm talking about
if
just
you count
Wayne
features,
and Tip.
But I mean, Hot
I
Boy shit,
might have
they
one.
had some commercial shit.
No, I'm not counting him in the group. I'm talking about Wayne as a solo artist and Tip as a solo artist.
Oh,
commercial shit.
all
That's
right,
what
all
I'm
right. I
saying.
see what you're saying.
That's what I was saying. Like,
Oh, well,
Tip
yeah,
got
I think it's
Wayne.
closer than what people think.
Tim
Got
got,
Wayne.
Tim got,
That's what I said.
Got Wayne.
Tim got.
Now, if Wayne hop in this,
Because Wayne ain't get to
shit,
say this super
I don't want
commercial
him to hop
bag
in
until
this
like
group shit.
part
That's,
3.
that's Hot Boys. You know what I'm saying? That's not Wayne. That's Hot Boys.
But you know, the shit not limited to that.
Yeah, I know. There's no rules right now.
Yeah. But I mean, Tip,
That was my point.
like Tip, man, Tip
Commercial
had a stretch
Tip?
when like
That's
nobody
what
was just fucking with Tip. Like for real.
Yeah.
Like for real. Like Tip really could go at it with Luda.
Tip
Like
don't
that'll
have-
probably be a good matchup.
Tip don't have a group to share
It
with.
would have been
It's
a good
commercial
matchup.
shit.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like that Nelly and Luda shit, that Tip and Luda shit would have been.
PSC.
Huh? Huh?
Like some shit.
Say relax, he got PSC.
Man,
Y'all better stop.
Compared to
disrespecting
what?
Big Country King.
man, come on, man. You
Who the other nigga was?
you
I
know.
can't think of it for real.
PSC is no comparison to Young Money. Come on now, don't do that.
Why I gotta compare it to Young Money?
Because that's why you said that.
That's not why I said that. He said
boy.
he said T.I. ain't had no group. He did.
I ain't said, bro. I said I was.
I'm just saying what you said, bro.
What I said was Wayne is a solo artist and Tip is a solo artist, not putting groups in it.
You said because T.I. don't have no group. That's what you said. Well, I'm
He had
just
two
saying.
groups
We
actually.
could go there.
Yeah, Hustle Gang too.
That's PSC.
That's PSC.
No, Hustle Gang was like some younger niggas though. Like a lot of younger niggas.
PSC was signed to Hustle Gang though. Hustle Gang was the name of the whole label.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Sean was signed to him. You know.
I thought that was Grand Hustle. You fucked me up with that.
Grand Hustle Gang. That's what it.
That's like No Limit, No Limit.
Yeah,
Just-
yeah, like
some
that.
tag
Same
shit,
fucking
like
group.
tag
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of niggas
Affiliated,
do that. Yeah,
you know?
a lot of yeah, they all do that. They all do
Right, you
that.
know that.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Nah,
You're
that
right.
shit-
But nah, I was
You're
just
absolutely
fucking
right.
with y'all. T.I. ain't really have a group. You know, he did that. He did do that PSC.
No, he did.
But that
It
shit
was a group.
wasn't-
Like you can't.
It was.
just
You
fucking
can't
around.
not acknowledge it.
He dropped a compilation album though.
He did. It was called Clip.
That shit gonna
Yeah,
be.
he did. It wasn't bad either.
They had a big single.
Yeah,
I forgot
it
who
wasn't
was,
bad. It wasn't bad. It really wasn't bad. That shit
Nah,
with
it wasn't
the
bad.
dude with the fucking mohawk shit. That take off shit.
Y'all playing with my son. Bitch, you know what I'm about to say.
No, I'm dead serious.
You
That
know
take
what
off.
you know what I'm saying, bitch? Bitch, Young LA.
You know his name, bitch.
I just said
Yeah,
take
yeah.
off. I just said take off. That was the name of his
Hey,
single.
Tip and Dro count as a group.
Fuck no.
Cause bitch,
Hey, no, I ain't gonna lie. Tip get punched for Young Dro, son.
you
Young Dro,
fucking right,
Young
he do.
Dro.
That's why I
Young
asked
Dro
you.
took
Don't
off.
count
nigga.
as a group though.
Young Dro
You get
took
punched.
off, nigga. Young Dro.
They have a name.
Fire, dog.
Young
He
Dro
had
took
no
off.
name.
I don't even fuck nobody. Say I argue a nigga to death behind.
Hey,
Young Dro.
I'm pretty sure
Young
Young
Dro's
Dro
right,
first
son.
album did some numbers. I'm pretty sure they did some
Probably went.
numbers.
He probably wouldn't
My
go
nigga
with
Yeah,
shit.
he probably went gold.
Came out with that futuristic love. Boy, that was my shit.
Boy,
I wake niggas
boy,
up.
on the radio
I wake
in
niggas up
Atlanta.
real quick.
On the radio in that boy,
Young Dro was
Boy,
that
you got me
nigga.
fucked up talking about Young Ali in Atlanta on the radio.
Son, they had some dog.
With the
Tip
rich,
West from niggas.
Young and rich kids.
Yeah. Travis Porter.
Travis Porter.
Travis Porter, rich
All
kids.
niggas.
That's all you heard on the radio. in Atlanta.
Damn.
All you heard in that.
Hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie. In the solo, T.I. and Wayne, I got T.I. with the edge. I ain't gonna lie.
Out of who?
T.I. and Wayne.
Solo.
Yeah,
Solo.
Solo. Oh
If
yeah,
we
Tip
count
got
features,
him.
I got
Now,
probably-
we just
I probably got Wayne.
If you count solo and features,
Wayne,
Wayne
how they
gonna win.
structure.
anything past that is Wayne because Wayne just got too much of it.
Bitch, Wayne
But-
got. He got a feature with Destiny Child. Nobody ain't beating.
But
So-
no, niggas, T.I. on that.
Yeah, that's
that-
not unbeatable.
That's Wayne shit.
Ain't regardless, that's not unbeatable.
But the fact that T.I. on it
But
is crazy.
T.I. on it, so that counts. Nobody can play
If you
that.
take
Wayne
T.I. off
gonna
it, it's
play
not
that shit.
unbeatable.
Who had a better verse?
Yeah, that was a big ass song.
But it's not unbeatable. Yeah, but it's not unbeatable.
No, it's not.
But who had the better
For
verse?
either side. No.
Who had the
Well,
better
probably
verse?
not. Well, it's not unbeatable
This
to
man-
us.
this
I don't
is-
know how the masses look
Nah,
at it.
it's not a view.
Wayne had a better verse though,
Niggas
son.
said in that I'm resting good when Soldier come on.
Oh, yeah.
Niggas say I'm good.
Oh, no,
when
you
Soulja-
relax.
I'm definitely
Relax.
relaxed when Soulja
Wayne
come
had a better
on.
verse than Tip, dog. He did, son.
Nah, that shit was like what?
They both on.
That shit was like what?
They didn't even have mad bars. They had like 12
Yeah, 8 bars apiece.
Yeah, I think they did.
That shit was like what?
Yeah.
And know what's crazy?
They didn't.
That song made both of them niggas' career.
Where the fuck are y'all from?
And Destiny Child had the best verse.
They did.
And Beast Smoke both.
Yeah, so
Son,
Jay
Wayne said this
Jay had
shit.
the best verse. By association.
Wayne said the shit on Nori podcast like, dog, Hov vouched for me to get on that song. And they told me I had to kill it. Because that was a make or break moment in my career.
Where the fuck are y'all from?
The same thing for
What
T.
you mean? Where you from? You being biased to where you from?
Yeah, hell yeah,
Wait,
man.
I don't want your opinion then.
Nah, yeah, you can't be
What's
biased,
your
bro.
opinion?
I'm telling you what the man
Outside
said.
the boot.
Son, Wayne said that was a make or break moment. Like, if he would have flopped on that song, it was over for him.
I think when
Which he was exaggerating. It wasn't.
It
No,
wasn't
I ain't gonna say, oh, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna say it like this.
that was a big moment for
It
him.
wouldn't have-
He poured the little petrol on that. But go ahead, I understand.
What I'm saying
Destiny
is,
Child was Destiny Child.
if he would have flopped, he
And
wouldn't
Wayne
even
was
been
Wayne.
on.
Wayne was Wayne.
What I'm saying is,
It wasn't a make or break moment.
that's what I'm saying. He
But
wouldn't
it was
even
a
been
big
on the
moment.
song.
It was a big moment. It was a big moment.
To get taken off a song like that, after you went through all the motions to get on the song, and they just scrap your verse and keep T.I. and put somebody else
Oh,
on
they
it.
put him on there for a reason. They wasn't scrapping. They wasn't scrapping him on it.
No, they put him on there because they knew he was gonna go on there and do what he did.
That was
'Cause
like-
Hov
they
vouched
wasn't
for
gonna-
him.
It wasn't no
You
scrap.
can't make Jay-Z look bad. Cause guess what? That's a make or break moment, nigga. If you make Jay-Z look bad, where you think your career gonna go? Go.
We would never
Oh,
know.
but I just think Wayne was so big by that at that point in time. I think he was. I don't.
Let me scratch all that.
That is a solo
Look,
artist.
look.
Jay Z didn't have enough power to kill Wayne career. at
Let
that
me
time.
scratch all
Not
that.
to me.
Let me
in
scratch
my
all that.
opinion.
Let me scratch all that.
He got enough power to put
If
him
you
on
felt that way,
fucking song.
like
And nobody was fucking with him like that at that time.
if you felt that way, like Wayne, get on the song, and you can't embarrass Jay Z. If Wayne would have came in there with some bullshit, we just would have never knew Wayne was on it. That's
Right,
Jay-Z
that's what I'm
moved.
saying. Like,
We just never
what,
knew.
what Jay Z was
It
gonna
wouldn't
go
have been
behind the
embarrassing.
scenes, man. Y'all don't fuck with Wayne, man. Wayne be doing. Oh, come on, man.
He just wouldn't have been on the song. We'd
I
never
think
knew
he
he got
gassed
invited
it a little
for
bit, but I understand it was a big moment to him. But I just don't think. I'm just saying my opinion that Jay Z could have. Like, it was a
that
make or break
started the
moment.
feature Wayne nigga. That started that was the seed that got planted for the feature.
No,
Wayne.
I'm not
You know what I'm
disputing
saying?
what you're saying. I'm saying, but if Wayne would have had some trash, I just think we would have never knew Wayne was on the song. Like,
Right.
I can
It
feel
was
like
it
that,
never
but
came out.
this fucking y'all know how fucking fickle that music shit is, though.
Now, this was 2000 what?
Fool.
It always been like that.
So then
though.
they never been like his now.
I mean, or do we really know more than we used to know?
We know way more than what we used to know.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
We wouldn't have known back
is it
then.
wouldn't
as
know.
bad as it is? Is as worse as it is now as it was then, or
Yes,
do we just
it's
know
worse
more
now.
information? Because it could have been this bad the whole time, but we just didn't know as much as we know now.
It's worse
That's what I'm
now.
saying.
Nigga on that bitch, yeah, Wayne supposed to
It's
be on
easy
this
to say
fucking
it's
song,
worse
but he
now
ain't on
because
this
we
bitch
know
no
more
more.
now. We were so in the dark back then because it wasn't so much exposure to the shit.
Well, we arguing points that we'll never be able to.
We never be able to.
I feel you. I feel you.
I feel you, but I just think with
So
social
I just asked the
media,
question.
I feel you.
I think with social media now, Destiny Child have been on bitch. Yeah, Wayne was supposed to be on this bitch, but they not on there. But they ain't like that now.
I mean, but
They ain't young and dumb.
But at the end of the day, he got on that bitch. They killed it. T.I. and
It worked for
Wayne.
everybody.
Yeah, hell yeah. Cause I ain't gonna lie, T.I. and Wayne was like a highlight to a nigga like me from being on this song. Cause I'm like, damn, I never seen a collab like that with two niggas like that on the same song. Like usually it'd be like one nigga on an R&B song and they just got a verse at the end and they just cut up for like 12 bars and that'd be it. For them to have a nigga on the beginning, especially T.I., and then a nigga like Wayne, like two super hood ass niggas who rap about the shit that they was rapping about, especially if you heard their mixtapes and shit before that, to be on that. So, you know, that was big. You hear me? That was big. Especially for that song to blow so big, like
That was the number one song.
that was crazy. That was
Before we
crazy.
switch next subjects, I do want to say this before I get drunk and forget it. I am drunk, but I won't forget. Shout out to everybody that graduated.
Oh, facts,
yeah.
man.
Oh,
Class of
Everybody
2020.
graduated. Shout out to everybody, 2020. I know it's a tough time. Like, you don't get the recognition that everybody else did because of what's going on. I just want you to know that we recognize y'all. Congratulations for doing everything y'all did. High school, college, whatever it is. Kindergarten, middle school. It's going to be a time that you can't forget at all.
No,
you know,
True.
never forget that shit.
I don't want you to
Nah,
feel
that's
like
some
you haven't
crazy
been
shit.
remembered like
Right,
what y'all did. You know
right.
what I'm saying? Even going through like the classes, like I don't know how I went through like going from school to online. That's tough. That's really tough. Like
That's when your willpower kick in.
you might just not
really
give a
gotta
fuck.
go
But
on.
shout
that
out
shit all the
everybody,
time.
man. Like I want y'all to know they recognize y'all with the drive-through graduations and all that shit. Like
That's
I'm
fine.
glad y'all have been recognized.
Hey, the most thing I'm happy about that whole situation is everybody who putting forth the effort to acknowledge the graduates
Yeah,
and,
right.
and shit. Because
That's
it's
cool.
so easy to just say, you know what, it's too much going on right now. We gotta put that on the back burner. But for people to just acknowledge them and put forth effort to have the drive through graduations like you mentioned, and still acknowledge the people who graduate.
Whether people recognize it or not,
Like,
a
that's
lot of
dope.
people look forward to walking across the stage and saying, "I did it."
Hell yeah,
You know,
because
man,
all
like-
the work that you put in, that's the
It's
moment
worth
you're
that.
waiting for.
It got took away from a lot of people.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I'm
that
saying?
shit.
Like,
I
even
know.
with being acknowledged now, it's still a moment that got took away from. Them.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. So that's why I feel like it's big of the people who try to still make the most of it. Not the graduates, I'm saying, but like the people around them who try
Shout
to
out to
make the
everybody,
moment
class of
as big as
2020.
they can make it at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
So
that's-
salute
that
to
shit was
everybody
taken away
in
from
that situation
millions.
because that shit is unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? Because of all
That's
this
a
shit.
big moment in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, they got stripped away from them for reasons beyond their
Everybody
control.
control. Everybody
Right,
control.
Everybody, yeah.
right.
what y'all doing this Memorial Weekend, man?
Working.
I'm gonna be at the crib, man, cause I got it off, and it's not a day I usually have off.
You don't know what to do with yourself.
I know what to do with myself, but I don't know what to do with the others around me. That's the problem, right there. You hear me? Because me, I just get some extra rest, get some extra binging off. You hear me?
We
Watch
not
some
us-
shows that my girl don't know I'm watching.
We're not
but I'm-
usually off. It's a government holiday. Let's talk to the government man.
Why you had to say it like that?
It's a
And
government
why you
holiday.
had to stroll in like that?
I'm not lying. Man.
Sit down, man.
How you feel about having to work on Memorial Day?
Fuck Memorial.
It's usually the day you have off.
Yep.
Do you know what Memorial Day is?
Yeah,
No.
bitch.
You still
Nope.
feel like fuck it?
I said fuck Memorial Day.
Okay.
I'm gonna smoke me 2 cigars.
Um,
I'm gonna switch cars.
there's something I do want to talk about though before we get out of here. Did y'all see? It don't matter if your phone died. I don't even need the topic list no more. Did y'all see how much Joe Rogan got paid for his podcast?
More than I ever see in my life.
More
Jesus Christ.
Than, more than that guy off.
What's the exact amount?
Well, of course they.
Well, the speculated amount.
Yeah, it's over 100 million annually.
How many years?
It says multi-year.
Shit,
They
I'm
didn't state.
Oh, so he got $1
exactly.
billion.
It said
Yeah,
multi.
10 years. 10 years.
Nah,
LeBron,
he
Nike
wouldn't
deal?
lock himself into it.
Yeah.
When you that big of a,
You
yeah,
gotta
like,
stay
you're
flexible.
not- yeah, you're not-
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
You're not
not
boxing yourself in if you that
He
big.
got 3 years, $1 billion.
Yeah, about 3 years.
$1 billion.
You'll
Yeah,
restructure
he
after
ain't
when I make more.
He ain't get a big.
No, he ain't get no billion.
Fuck no.
He got a
probably
billion.
got about
800 million.
300,
That's $1 billion.
300, anywhere from 3 to
Like
5.
3 to 4. Yeah.
3 years, 300 million.
something
Anywhere
like
from
that.
8 to $1 billion.
Rogan pulling a lot of people, bro.
And
Lot
the
of
thing is, like I was telling Fresh earlier when we was talking about it, you get 290 million downloads a month. That's downloads. That's not streams. That's how many people actually
Hold on,
download.
wait. Say that number again. Just
290 million.
So you think he ain't
Month.
get 3 years, $1 billion?
Fuck no. The podcast not that big of an industry yet, but
That's
that's what the
downloads.
conversation is about.
right.
About Joe Rogan is the first max player in the podcast industry.
He's setting precedent.
Yeah.
God.
That's the new glass ceiling. Podcast is a fairly new industry. A lot of people don't know how much this shit is worth.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people is in it, don't realize how much their podcast worth.
Hard to gauge, right?
Hell, we don't even know how much our podcast is worth at this
Right,
point. You
right.
dig? What we doing is working, and we're learning on the fly, and that's how a lot of new industries is.
You
When,
got a
when
good
it's brand
starting
new.
point.
Yeah, you got it. And like I said,
100
Joe
million
Rogan
annually?
is the new ceiling.
You figuring it out on the fly. He got a pretty penny for it.
He getting over 100 million. But like you said, that's the top dog. Everybody else fall under the food chain.
And you're not mad at it. Like,
Because Joe Rogan, a
Fuck
lot of
no.
people bought into his brand a long
that's
time
all Pat
ago.
Mahomes.
And the type of guests he has fucking.
Pat Mahomes.
He done
Superstar
had
guests.
Bernie
That's how Pat
Sanders.
Mahomes.
He done
Yes,
had
yes.
Elon Musk.
Yes.
You hear me?
Fucking-
The CEO of Tesla.
He done that everybody.
Yeah.
The biggest podcast
he-
with the biggest guests that bring the biggest numbers.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
And plus, Joe Rogan done been into all type of different avenues for us, like
He was big money
entertainment.
before this.
So that's what I'm saying. Like he done did stand ups. He done did UFC.
Yeah, 'cause
He done did
anybody that think
acting.
this,
Like he done did all type
anybody
of
that think this deal made Joe Rogan rich.
Just not as bad.
He
It's
been
not his
rich a
bag.
long time ago.
Yeah.
He
You know
sold
what I'm
out
saying?
stadiums
It's
before
bag
Kevin
now.
Hart did.
No, I'm saying this is not his first big bag. I'm
No,
saying,
hell
Like
no.
this nigga went from beating people up to making people laugh.
He sold out
This is
stadiums
crazy.
before Kevin Hart did.
Like Joe Rogan is one of the
Joe Rogan
most
made-
talented
It's
people
wild.
on the fucking planet.
Joe Rogan made a gladiator sport a household show
Name.
to watch.
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It may sound easy, but seeing niggas bloodied on TV when you have people that have children and shit like that, to make it a household thing that people watch on a
It's
regular
tough.
and make as much money as he did,
Right.
it take a lot. Like
Joe Rogan.
wrestling was fake blood and shit, and it was they
He
got
was
it, but
really
it wasn't
making
the
niggas
easiest
bleed.
thing in the world. You know
Right.
what I'm
They
saying?
end up
Right.
stopping that.
This is niggas really beating a pulp into each other, and he making hundreds of millions of dollars off it. Like the podcast game was an easy. I hate to say it was an easy bag for him. But
Yeah,
Right.
he
And I ain't gonna lie, if you haven't heard his podcast, it's dope because he tell you a lot of backstory to the industry, like for us, like people who want to like get into the entertainment industry. He give you a lot of insight on the background of the shit. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a point I wanted to address. Like when Fresh said, he make it look easy. Podcasting is not easy.
Of course.
I never want y'all to think it's just as easy because I get a lot of people that ask me how to start a podcast. I give them the info. Like I don't never shy away from telling people how to do shit. So I let them know what they need to do and how to go about doing it. They do maybe 1 or 2 episodes and then they always hit me back and be like, "No, this shit hard."
You wanna know how hard it
Like,
is?
how you do that shit?
we ain't start one yet. Like we got one, but we ain't really start one. Like this is not it's a podcast, but it's not like we're not in the realm of podcasters that are
No,
doing it.
like
You know
on
what
that
I'm saying?
ladder, we're not on that ladder.
Yeah,
At
like
all.
But
Far
believe
from
it or not, there's people that's underneath
under
us.
us.
Though.
Yeah, like that's how hard it is.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
there's levels.
That's
There's really
crazy.
levels.
There's really definitely
There's a
levels.
bunch
like,
of them motherfuckers.
Like I said, this episode 51. Next week will be 52 episodes. That'd be a year's worth of episodes next week.
Yeah, we not.
And they got people looking at that shit like, oh, that ain't nothing. Y'all just
Right,
y'all ain't
just
even got
scratching
y'all flow
the
yet.
surface. I mean,
Y'all
shout-
see me
shout
still
to,
drying on the floor.
Shout out to Joe Budden who got the, like he said, the biggest podcast on Spotify until Joe Rogan reached that September 1st.
Right.
And all that shit's over with. But I don't know if people know this, or people probably don't read between the lines, but they're coming up on contract negotiation.
Right.
They've been with Spotify for 2 years. That fast. You know, the time passed that fast. And
They-
they're going to
they gonna get a pretty penny.
They're going to
They
get
gonna get a
pretty
pretty
bag.
penny.
They got the biggest
It might not
podcast on. No, it won't. be
Joe Rogan shit, but it's
won't.
gonna be it's
They
gonna be up
benefiting
there.
the Joe Rogan shit though.
Yeah.
Huh?
They're the Dak Prescott to the Pack.
Right.
Yeah, it's not gonna be
Well,
far
Pack-
off.
well, I
It's not
can't
gonna
say
be
that 'cause
far off.
that shit before Pack. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we
It's
the
not-
big
I know what
dog,
you're saying.
and they're gonna be gauged off that,
Right.
And they're gonna make a
If
lot
I
of
had to
money.
guess,
It's gonna be
and
close.
I don't even like to guess, but I could see them getting about $20 million for it.
Fucking A.
I could see them getting. I could see
Fucking
them
A.
getting that.
Maybe more. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the negotiation skills.
Joe Rogan's so big, it's not like you know he number one.
Right.
When he comes to
Nobody's
Spotify.
close to that.
He's
No.
so big, like you know, be like Jay-Z don't count.
Yeah.
I feel like the Button Podcast is still number one.
Yeah.
like because Rogan's just so big it don't count.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so you have to pay them. like
Yeah, because even Michelle Obama's over there on Spotify.
Yeah,
And
like-
I think Joe and them do more numbers than
yeah,
him.
like
Yeah.
Rogan don't count. He don't count.
But yeah.
He is a unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Joe Rogan shit is crazy.
Yeah, that
Joe Rogan
them
shit
numbers
is
is
crazy.
But
insane.
everybody that got a podcast, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all need to be in tune with this story. Y'all need to be watching the updates that come out. The people that leak more info on this contract, because whether you believe it or not, it's important to you. Even if you're nowhere near on the spectrum, you need to be in tune with the business side.
Yeah.
Ceilings and floors. I pay attention to all of it. I watch who's under us. I watch who's over us. I watch who's the next step. I need to see where we going. I stay in tune with all that shit, bro. Just like the story with the girls from GoDaddy that's on Barstool right now.
Oh, that's the big thing
I
right
paid
now.
attention to that story.
They
Just
also pull in a lot of numbers.
to catch some people up real quick. Two young ladies They started a podcast,
Call Me Daddy podcast.
Call Me Daddy, and they what the gimmick was is they dress up in real sexy clothes, air quotes, and they discuss sports. And Barstool picked them up. Barstool paid them both a salary of $75,000 a year.
Barstool Sports. The sports.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Barstool is a
Umbrella.
media company.
Media
Company that has multiple podcasts on it, and that was one of them. But they ended up being Barstool's #1 podcast and outsold anything that they expected. They sold mad merchandise. They sold mad liquor for the Barstool company. So eventually they wanted to redo their deal, and that's when hell broke loose. I don't really have time to get into the details of it, but basically they decided they wanted to rework their contract, and
Barstool said fuck that.
they was willing to do it, but they just wasn't willing to meet
They numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had personal issues too between the two of them. It was
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It was a lot of components in the
the
shit.
the guy from HBO that one of them started dating in this time, and
And the guy who owned Barstool got pissed off and shit.
It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit, but like, man, just be in tune though. That's what I'm saying to all my other podcasters out there, people that watch this shit. Stay in tune, man, because you never know where your podcast is gonna be. And if you looking at it like this shit so big that it don't concern you, then you got the wrong mindset into this shit. And really, I'm giving you too much information right now because that's just a leg up we could have on you. But we just really genuinely care about the advancement of the whole industry.
Whether we do it or somebody else do it.
The bigger podcast and you get the bigger we get.
Right. So we try to push the whole thing forward. So that's why we even spent time talking about this. This shit needed to be heard. If y'all don't know anything about Joe Rogan, do your research. Check it out.
That's like, please.
I hope you don't have to do no research.
Yeah.
Like, I really hope you don't have to research. Joe.
I know a lot of people do.
You know Bill Gates, you know Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, is somebody you should know.
All of them have been on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Right.
So you should be real familiar with that.
You got something else?
I got something for
question
y'all.
I wanna ask y'all.
Well, go ahead, get it off. Now
You got a question?
Hey, how y'all feel about like chicks who like super tough in the gym, like working out super hard, and they, like their bodies get hard and they be like cocky and shit, like that's attractive to y'all?
Like how cocky?
Like
Like
super
like
toned
bodybuilder
women,
cocky?
like super toned
Oh
women.
no, fuck that.
Like you grab their ass and it's feel like
A brick. No, I ain't with that shit at all.
I'm starting to see a trend starting, like of muscular women.
Y'all still attracted to people?
The fuck? Nah.
No, I'm just saying. Like,
What you say? Nigga left that boy on the island.
I'm asking y'all a question.
Look, I got a better question for all
being
three
a
of you
bitch
bitches.
for a moment and just feel.
No. Look, listen to this question.
cut you off.
Fuck that question.
Right, what you
She
got?
happy about it.
Y'all three niggas in a relationship.
Of course.
This OnlyFans shit is getting wild. What if your girl was pulling 5 racks a month for OnlyFans? She not showing no pussy or no titties.
I thought we had this discussion already.
No.
We never talked about this before.
We never talked about this
She
shit.
showed her pussy on her titty. She
What
better
if she
shake that
showing
ass.
like-
She give 5 racks for toe pics.
5 racks a month. What if she showing like she wearing booty shorts and shit?
Man, she better.
I don't give a fuck.
Let them
How
bitches-
would you feel? You'd be like,
You know,
look.
wear them bitches inside out.
I would be
Would
trying
you
to
hold the
see
camera?
No, the question
what
is,
colors
would you support her and be her camera guy?
Yes.
What about
Nigga,
titty
you want me to
racks?
hold that bitch upside down? The fuck?
She not showing nothing? Oh, come on, sign
No,
me up.
it's edgy. It's close, but she ain't.
I got no problem with it.
Bitch, look.
I like Christian too.
You niggas is wild.
You wild?
I like Ass and Christian.
You acting like she on in there fucking. Like she not showing nothing.
She not showing nothing.
You crazy.
5 racks.
I'm giving you different lenses and
She
everything.
getting
boy.
$250 for the feet pics?
5 racks.
She getting $250 for the feet pics?
Y'all niggas
Let's
is
go.
wild.
Seen the fish lens?
Let's go.
I'm giving fish lenses and everything. Come on.
She bringing 10 back. She like, no.
You crazy.
Tuh,
What baby said?
tuh.
Oh,
Let's
y'all
go.
with that shit.
That's what the
I
baby
was talking
said.
about Birdman. You ever seen a bubble out lens on the camera? Bitch.
Let's
You're
go.
crazy. Bitch.
I seen too many.
That's you,
females.
baby. I'm the baby. You little baby.
You bring your 20 racks. Go ahead, this nigga.
Let's go.
I've been
Bitch,
debating.
I'm gonna come on there with her.
You crazy.
That's too.
They
I'm gonna
got-
give him a freebie.
And I'm pissed. I'm on that
Gonna look like I'm trying to start a
I'm playing
lawnmower.
nothing but Sean Paul. Give it a line.
Number dance hall
Debating
music.
Pornhub fucking with the mask. What the fuck are you talking about?
You first gonna be naked fucking with a COVID cover.
I'm gonna be on that bit like this.
What? You know the titles be wild.
You gonna change it into Tyler?
No, the titles be wild.
He said titles,
We
man.
both got masks on.
Man,
Harley
look
Quinn
here.
fucks Robin. Which fuck you want to see?
Boy.
That's fire.
What we talking?
Man,
What
fuck
y'all
with
think
that.
about?
Wow.
Nah.
All right, so
I'm
y'all
rolling
with
it.
that?
But nah, man, I'm gonna get back to your question though. I don't want you to.
What was the question again?
Nah, that shit. That shit.
Because
Ass.
he threw me off. What the
I'm gonna
question?
keep it a man. That shit ass.
What the
No,
question
because
was?
I saw a fucking super strong ass woman. She was doing all this.
She had the back joint.
talking about-
And plus, I'm just getting
This
sick
nigga
of all
talking
these
about
chicks
life.
on my Instagram who just doing all the mad workouts and just like getting their body super tough. And I'm just like, yo,
fucking
y'all
with that.
bugging.
Yeah, I
I'm
ain't
unfollowing y'all. Like, y'all wow.
Y'all niggas
Nigga, I'm
tripping.
not trying to see all
This
that
nigga
shit.
tripping, son.
Every time I see you doing this, fuck out of here.
Bitch.
You wildin'. Want to see that shit? I'm a fucking family man. I want to see you get cocky. You trying to make me feel bad?
You don't fuck with the brolic bitches.
Just keeping this pudge, bitch. You got me fucked up.
Yeah, I'm a pudge.
You and that bitch tussling with your weight and shit.
Man, fuck the niggas. Man, let's carry this shit.
Y'all niggas
They don't want to say
tripping,
that.
Fuck out of here. Get your
Because
muscle bound ass out of here. What you think you China?
I feel like you directed that at somebody specific.
We're working out. Queen, you working out?
Oh, you don't know my followers.
No, I'm talking about my past life.
Wait, give me
No, of course
Oh,
not.
alright.
No.
that cookie.
It's a few who just like started off with this shit. And I'm just like,
I mean, you
I ain't with this shit. It's too many. It's
like
like,
in your past life. You want to talk about it?
no, it's like 6 chicks I went to school with who doing this shit. And I'm just like,
6 chicks. What the fuck you
Call
was going
their
to school
name.
with?
like, bitch, you never.
Call
I
the
never-
name.
Oh, you talking
I
about
need
newbies
to hear
that get into
the
the game?
Yes.
I thought you was talking about
Like with the-
super
like the
brolic.
last
Talking
month.
about bodybuilder chicks.
They getting on this.
I thought you was about chicks that's already brolic.
You ain't gonna say a name.
No, I've been unfollowed them, huh?
You ain't gonna say a name.
Like Instagram names? You talking about Instagram
No,
names?
their real name.
Oh no, I ain't doing that.
What's their Instagram name?
That's snitching.
What's their Instagram name?
That's snitching.
Don't
So you're
mind.
not gonna say none of their names.
Everything considered snitching. Bitch, if I say your name, I'm snitching on you.
Bitch, I'm calling names. You want me to run the business down?
Cause you a rat, bitch.
Hold on, let me go on Instagram.
I don't got nothing in here. Why I'm holding this? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. But hey, they got some new bodybuilding.
We're going one
bitches.
right here. Amazing 23. Bitch, give it up.
You about to delete your Instagram tomorrow though.
I'll keep it true for the podcast.
Look, don't.
It's in my past. It's in my past.
I like this.
Some chicks be too
That
brolic.
look like
for real.
me.
Some chicks be too brolic. Like, it's
That's
too much.
what I'm
It's-
saying, bro.
And that's why I knew you knew what the fuck I was talking about when I looked at your bitch ass.
Hey, look. This scary ass started feeling. He started getting uncomfortable. And shit.
I got
wasn't talking
uncomfortable. I
about
stared
that.
him up.
You stared me down.
I stared. That's
Well,
uncomfortable.
fuck, I got uncomfortable.
All right.
So, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Some
some
bitches
bitches. Some bitches
uncomfortable with
yeah,
all the
yeah.
fucking packs in their
The
stomach.
sweat's
yeah.
going down their ass crack and shit.
Some chicks be
Bitches
too
sweat.
brolic. Like, if
Bitches
your clit
booty
like a
sweat.
peanut. No, I don't want to crack that bitch. No.
Hey, look, bro.
No.
They got 2 fucking pandemics going on right now, and one of them bitches is cocky bitches.
Yeah, some of them.
And look, I'm out the game, but at the end of the day, this shit gotta
Anthony,
stop.
stop being disrespectful.
Come on, man.
It's-
Cocky female.
It's brolic bitches.
Oh,
Brolic?
My bad.
Double B.
Brolic bitches.
Brolic bitches.
Look, men like soft bodies up against them.
Except young buck.
Man, I'm
We
done.
not
I
talking
don't want
about
to grab
that.
your ass and
I'm
feel like a
done,
spare tire. Like, I don't. No. No, it's
Cookies in
like,
there.
for real.
Unless you got the riches in it. I like the booty with the dimples in it.
Riches.
That's a flat spell.
But you on the mountain range, bitch? What you talking?
You got a bad spell. You got it from the Asians, bitch. You crazy.
You need a plug in your shit.
Oh my
Don't even mention ages when you talking about asses. Their asses look like this.
They got asses?
They look like handcuffs.
You got asses in Asia?
Like,
See?
Handcuffs, I thought it was a clap.
A snap, bitch.
a fucking know you
I
clap.
can't snap with this one. I can snap with that
But
one.
you can't pluck with both hands.
Gotta lick that bitch. Right to snap.
That boy licked his fingers. Them bitches crack when he licks them bitches, yeah.
Hey, they got other people who say different things when I lick my finger.
You ever flip the pancake too
Okay.
quick?
Bitch, I never
When you
made pancakes.
that's when you turn the Asian over.
It still be Asian.
They be Asian?
Man, he gotta clear this
What's
shit
wrong
up.
with you?
How much time we
Cajun,
got?
bitch.
Hey, son, we got 10
All right,
seconds.
yeah.
The land of the Cajun.
Half Zach and Cajun.
One cup.
That's what Nelly was talking about.
I'm done.